Live and direct. It's Sway in the morning.
Right here on Shade 45.
That's how a woman know what's good.
Tyrese, man, I sit here off air and I'm asking Tyrese, hey, man, it's me, dog. Can I get the album early? Mm-hmm. And he gave me the look of like Negro, I don't know you. Like, you know, like, and Tank and Genuine, y'all may not notice. Okay, and I very often, I don't tell it all because I don't want to make it seem like I'm the key to his success because he's the key to his success. But when he was in high school, in L.A., I used to fly from Oakland to L.A. working on the radio station that was out there
Sway
at that time.
King Tech.
Sway and King Tech Wake Up Show. You can find us Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on
Freestyles of Biggie Smalls, all the above. Let's put it out there.
Yeah, all of that.
Yes, sir.
Eminem, that's why we're here.
Yeah. Hey!
Forget about that, huh?
Yeah, come on.
His manager at the time used to work for a record company that I had a production deal with, and she would pick me up from the airport. We'll leave it right there.
We already know the story.
I don't even like. You should have
Big
just left her
homie
out.
is what you want to say.
Yeah, we already know the story.
You need to call me big homie.
Exactly.
Wow, Sway.
When you get around to it, young man.
Subliminal announcements. That's cool.
We never talked about that. And she used to tell me about this.
Because if anybody ever picked me up from the airport, that means I'm doing my thing.
That wasn't necessarily what it was, T. And she used to tell me about this young man who was a singer. He lived in Watts. He was in high school, and he had so much talent, and he had all this energy, but nobody would take the time out to sit and listen and give him a break that he needed. So when I was flying to town, I said, okay, bring him with you next time you pick me up. And she brought him with her, and you just had this ping pong ball that was sitting in the back of the seat. You ever see that cartoon with the big bulldog and the little bulldog?
Yeah, exactly.
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? That's who he was. Tyrese was in the back of the seat. And I'm like, damn, another person who's singing. All right, well, let me hear you. And the man opened his mouth at that time. And I was convinced from that first moment, like, this dude is set to be a star. And it was his smile, too. It was your smile, your energy, but your talent. And so I asked her, what did she need? And all she needed was some money to take him in the studio. So I gave her the money.
And she opened her mouth.
No. And since then, and his was phenomenal. I used to go to his house and watch. In the I told this story. The neighborhood was so crazy. I'm from Oakland. I wouldn't even get out the car.
Ooh.
Wow. The neighborhood was crazy. You know, but I did run up
Started from the
bottom for real. So when I hear a lot of the rappers talking that shit, you know what I mean? And people talk about their struggling beginnings and what they can't accomplish because of whatever reasons. I use Tyrese now as an example of what you can do because I don't know if you ever been to Watts. I'm from Oakland and went to Watts and was like, man, I ain't getting out this car. Okay.
They ain't gonna happen.
But I did get out, and I remember going up into your mom's apartment at that. The door was open when we got there. You know what I mean?
That's
you know
how
you
you
in the
know where
hood.
you at.
Yeah, the door was already open.
Yeah.
When we got there. And so to see him come so far, I always got to give him a round of applause. But what's a damn shame, Tank, after all of that, I asked him, can I get the album early?
I know where you were going.
Like I'm a thief.
I know where you were going. You're going to say the same thing I said. He's changed.
Yeah.
I get it. Yes. Say it, Sway. I'll say it.
You see what's happening?
He's changed.
Ladies and gentlemen, TGT.
TGT.
It's all right. Now, if I were to give you the album, it would be Tank that would have the most to say about it. You know what I'm saying?
Behind the
so
scenes.
you just gonna hand out the album and set us up to have the album to leak, Reese. That's what you're doing?
Listen, man.
That's what that would be G and Tank on line one.
When
When
the big homie father figure say he needs an album, he just needs an album. I don't have a problem with that.
Not Tank. It wasn't like that with her.
I understand. I understand.
man. This is
not
serious.
like that,
Take where I'm at.
It's all right.
I'm not the father figure. I'm the big homie.
That's all right.
It's gonna come out
Hey
later.
man, I
later on
appreciate you for the rest of my life. It's called putting your money where your mouth is. If we're gonna keep going on that, listen. He did believe in me. He was the first one to ever say, not only do I believe, but I'm gonna put you in your first official recording studio that was paid.
Wow.
And I definitely love you forever for that.
Absolutely.
And I will never forget my source of backing and energy and being one of the first to believe in me, to actually say, I believe in you. How much does it cost for your first studio session, and putting the paper up? So that's a true story.
Yeah.
And not only that, it was me in full support of Sway getting on MTV. It was me in full support of everything that you've been doing from the beginning. I mean, I remember one time we went out in the Hamptons, and there was actually more white people walking up the Sway and recognizing him than me. And I'm sitting back and I'm looking at all this like, yo, this is all right.
Yeah, right.
This is all right. The turn of the tides. I mean, that's just what it is, man. I love it, man. There's no one more proud because we both started from the beginning.
Come on, man. Started.
It's Sway in the morning. Only
on Shade 45.